What's up, good people and Eagle fans? Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to say thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. Hope everybody's having a great night. Week 8, we're already here. This is almost the midway point of the season already. It's kind of crazy to think that. It seems like it takes forever to get here. It seems like training camp had just opened up. And it seemed like Micah Parsons was still part of the Dallas Cowboys. But all those things changed rather quickly. Now, I have to go through, I had to make some notes tonight because I got to make sure. It's such a long list, I couldn't remember it offhand. So, all of the back-end players that we have missing, oh my God. This is crazy. Trayvon Diggs is now on IR with a concussion. I don't know that I've ever heard about anybody going on concussion, going on IR from a concussion, because typically that's kind of like, a day-to-day, week-to-week type thing. Now, typically you don't go on there for a concussion. That's some bull jiggity right there. I would really like to know what happened at his home. It must be pretty embarrassing to the point where the Cowboys are kind of like, yeah, we're not going to tell anybody. I don't understand. I mean, was he like tied upside down by his girlfriend or something, and the ropes broke? It was a bad knot, and he bumped his head and got a concussion? And it was like, we don't want to talk about that S&M. It was a little too. What is it? What is it that happened at his house that literally he is now in concussion protocol and on IR from a concussion that he received at home, but we don't know what it is. We don't know what it is. I wish I knew what it was. Okay, so Diggs is out. Malik Hooker is out. Donovan Wilson, he's out. Josh Butler, he's out. And Wanye Thomas, he's out. I guess it'd be easier to say who we got. Our secondary, we ain't got nobody. Nobody. We got somebody who's like a handle. I can't remember his whole name. Who's going to be playing. But in second thought, maybe here's what we look at. It's not like our defense most of the weeks were actually covering anybody anyway and stopping anybody. Damn. Now that I got that out of the way, as we get ready to play our first revenge game, okay? Here's something that's interesting for you. I've been talking about statistics. I touched on this a little earlier today when we were doing our live stream. There's perception and then there's reality. People are saying, oh my God, you look at the Denver Broncos. The Denver Broncos defense is like the 4th scoring defense and 3rd in yardage. And you say, oh my God, they're playing lights out, right? But hold up. The best offense they've played this year, which is up there, is the Colts. Surprisingly, Daniel Jones is leading one of the top offenses in the NFL. Go figure. They have played the Colts. But let me give you the rundown for the rest of the teams they've played. The Eagles' offense, scoring offense, which is 14th. I'm actually surprised that they're 14th. I really am surprised on that one. I'm almost wondering, did they count the bye weeks? And we'll see. Then there is the Chargers at 16. The Giants, surprisingly, at 19. And I will say the Giants, points-wise, were the Cowboys and Denver. Those two games, they scored a lot of points. Oh, and the Eagles. Okay. Then it gets to be kind of shaky because you got Um, the Jets at 28. You've got Cincinnati at 27, and you got Tennessee, the worst one. So if you take that as an average, the offenses that they're faced so far really aren't. The Chargers really aren't exactly that good. It averages out to almost 20 ranking. So I say all this to say the Colts offense was the best one they faced. And I'm not sure that that's going to be the same as facing the Cowboys offense. Just saying. So maybe we need to look at their defense a little different. I know I got a lot of flack from people like, you actually have the nerve to talk about somebody else's defense. It's like, listen, I'm trying to go through and say what the real numbers are. And this is where sometimes we can just say, look at a record, say that record is great, but you got to look at the competition they faced. And here's where this will be really kind of cool. If you are one of those revenge type guys because a team didn't re-sign me and I'm now butthurt and I'm going to make them pay, like Rico did, maybe Javonte Williams has a big game. Maybe he goes off like Rico does and makes this a heck of a game. That would be my hope. Now, an interesting question was posed to me, which is from Leo. He said, you got some major decisions you have to make if you lose this game. I said, what do you mean? Well, you got to figure out if you want to make the playoffs or not make the playoffs and tank. And I said, whoa. What are you talking about? I said, the Cowboys with that offense aren't just going to go out here and, throw games and risk getting arrested by the FBI. Here's the thing. Here's why that's not really a thing. Here's the reality. The Cowboys sitting at 3-1 are 10th slot in the playoff race. They'd have to pass the Bears, who own tiebreaker, and Carolina, and I believe the Rams to get in a position to make the playoffs. The Cowboys have the toughest schedule remaining in the NFL. So here's the thing. If the Cowboys, more than likely, people look at it and say with that schedule, you won't make the playoffs. And in which case, you'll have a better draft pick because 14 teams will be in the playoffs, right? So that means you'll be at least in the teens, regardless. Now, if by chance you do make the playoffs, here's the thing. Think about some of the teams you have to face to get into the playoffs. You got the Eagles, you got Kansas City, you've got, of course, the Giants and the Commanders, you've got the Lions, you got Minnesota. Do you have the Chargers? I think we have the Chargers. Yeah, the Chargers in there. And those teams are all good teams. So if you are able to move up when you're looking up at the playoff spot, and the worst part of your season is still in front of you, if you're able to climb into a playoff position playing against teams that should be in the playoffs, bro, that means you won some of those. And if you won some of those, you got a chance to win some of those in the playoffs. So whether we win or lose against Denver and having the Cardinals and the Raiders up next with a bye week in between and a chance to play against the Eagles, you could lose that and potentially win the next three and be 6-4-1. That's not exactly the worst place to be. You follow where I'm going there? Because nobody really knows what's going to happen. You can start out slow and get some momentum and right through the playoffs. You can start off hot, like the Eagles did one year, starting out 9-0, and couldn't win the division. You don't know what you don't know. Now, at least on offense, we're pretty much healthy. We got everybody back but Cooper Beebe. Defense, well, our secondary is a mess. But sometimes, like we just found out, because we lost some offensive linemen, and mind you, Tyler Guyton is questionable now with the lower leg injury. He's seeming to have injury issues. Maybe the Cowboys defense, shorthanded, decides to show up. So that's the good news I have for you going against the Denver Broncos, and I guess the bad news too. We're shorthanded in the secondary. Trayvon Diggs, maybe he's never going to play another down for the Dallas Cowboys. And they're just petty enough to say, we're not going to release you. We're just going to keep you off the field and hidden. I'd still like to know what happened. All right, good people. Tomorrow will be a big day. We got the Eagles. Giants, 1 o'clock. Cowboys, Denver, 4:25. And then we've got another revenge game. Aaron Rodgers and the Pittsburgh Steelers playing Green Bay. And then, of course, we have the sacrificial lambs going against, that would be the Commanders. They won't be putting their left hand up against Kansas City on Monday night. So we got a busy couple of days here. As always, you know what? I'm kind of surprised. Kind of surprised and disappointed. It's a short video. It's short. It's Javonte Williams highlights mixed in with Sir Mix-a-Lot's instrumental and Brian Schottenheimer. I thought it was a masterpiece. I thought it was really good and people would love it and say, oh my God, I like big backs. Yeah, I like big backs. Oh, me so horny. Boy, and you see Javonte Williams. And nobody watched it. I didn't understand it. But, that's YouTube for you. Sometimes you think you do the perfect video that this is going to be the killer, right? And nobody watches it. And then you do some stupid shit. You say, I don't even know if I should put this up. Fuck it, I'll put it up. And everybody loves it. It just doesn't make any rhyme or reason with YouTube. And as I get ready to go to bed, Chad, I hope you can sleep tonight. Okay? Chad's firing off emails to me, and like I'm finding out the next day. I'm not awake at the time of night. But 2:30 and 5:50 in the morning? Bro, get some sleep. Don't worry about what I got to say about the Eagles, okay? I don't understand how I literally get under your skin that much. But hey, I guess I'm doing my job. Well, good people, as always, I appreciate you, and I'm tired. And I'm going to go do my favorite thing, and that is to end the day feeling good about what I got done and climbing up under the covers of my bride. Remember, tell the people you love how much you love them. You might not get the chance again. And I love you guys. And God willing, the 11 guys on defense, don't call it a defense. Maybe they'll show up tomorrow. Peace out.